Hello, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Busayo Azan and welcome to today's class. We'll be talking about essential tools needed for making candles. First, we'll be talking about wick. We have different types of wicks in candle making. We have pre-tap cutting wick, which means it has a tap at the bottom part. We have the wooden wick, it has its own tap, but this cutting pre-tap has its own tap already. Just need a sticker. This wooden one, you have to use its own tap, to place, fix it together, just like the way I'm doing right now. So before it can stand at the center of your jar. So this one does not need a support, so it can stand on its own. But the pre-tap cutting wick needs the sticker. So just the way I'm doing it right here, you can see. So assuming I want to use it now, I'll peel it off, then place it at the center of my jar. So this does not need any this need a support, so with the wick holder, but the wooden one does not need a wick holder because it can stand on its own, and the tap is it's balanced, like it's okay to stand on its own. But the pre-tap wick needs a wick holder. So just the way I already did the sample earlier. And we have the smaller wick for tea candle. So just the way I set it like this, so you can see for your tea candles they have different sizes. So, and we also have the wick holder. We have the metal one, we have the wooden one, but I'm using the wooden one right here, which help your wick to stand straight at the center of the jar. The wooden wick does not need a wick holder and it can stand on its own, while the cotton wick needs a wick holder. It can't stand on its own. So we have the wooden wick holder and the metal wick holder. So here we have the roll cotton wick, like the cotton roll wick for candle, for pillar candle. Like if I want to make a pillar candle of this, I need roll cotton wick. So I can put it in between at the center of it, which I'll be needing my pin to, create hole at the center of my mold so that the cotton wick will go through it easily, and I will use my cotton wick holder to hold it at the center of it for it to be straight while I pour my wax into it. I have the glass jar for candle and the silicone mold for candle, like to create small designs of candles. And I also have this particular concrete jar for candles, and we also have class for it. You can sign up after this class so you can make yours or place an order to get yours for discounted price. Also have the stirrer or spatula, big and small depending on the size of the wax you are working with, called stirring rod. It's also called stirring rod or stirrer. So this is the metal one, so you can also use it to take your mica powder for mixing, or use the bigger one for mixing larger quantity of wax. Or we and also have the picture right here. They have the bigger one, the smaller one, but this is the bigger one I have right here with me. And you can check with your vendor. We also use it for double boiler. If you don't have money to buy the bigger wax melts machine yet, so you use this as double boiler, to wax it, to melt your wax. So we have this plastic containers, to measure your wax, or mixing of your oil or anything you feel like. And most especially when we are making like a dessert candle, you need to do your mixing for cream, candle cream. So you need that, and this is tablet container for wax melts. So you need this. You can get this also from your vendor. We have the spatula to scoop out excess oil or candle in your candle from your container to scoop it out. So we have this particular one, the baker, to they have the bigger one also to scoop your wax from the bag, or from wherever you put it, so to ditch it inside your pitcher, so to melt. And this one is to mix your wax together, especially if you are, like I said, if you are mixing a creamy candle for dessert or cake candle, so you use that to mix it. And this is wax wick cutter, sorry. So we use this. And you also need a scissors. If you can't use a wick cutter, you can also make use of your scissors to cut your wig also. And we also have our pipette for fragrance oil, for accurate fragrance oil, and we also have our thermometer. We have the smaller one, the bigger one. So this is the smaller one I'm using to know the temperature of your oil, of your wax, before mixing your oil with it. So that's it. You can get the bigger one from the market, but this is the smaller one. It also do the same thing, just like the bigger one, to measure your wax temperature before putting in your oil, mixing your oil with the wax. These are the different kind of fragrances that I have right here. So you can also get them from your vendors, and from the vendors I dropped in the group chat. So that's it. We also have some petals, different petals for decorating your candles. So you can get other type if you want. This is another petals, the rose petals. So you can make use of this also. They have the cocoa what's it called, coffee beads. And this also your candle warning, sticker. So you put it at the bottom of your candle, to tell your client direction how to use their candles and how, which for safety. So we also have my baker, different size of baker right here. We have the bigger one, we have the smaller one. So to mix your oil, yes, it's very important, especially when we are dealing with measurement, is needed. So we have the small baker right here, 100 ml, 250 ml. We also have 500 ml. So depending on the one you want, you can see different sizes, on 600, 500, 400, 500. So you can measure whatever you want with it. So we have this is the bigger one. You can see this is the bigger size of it, so 1000 ml. So if you are working with larger quantity, so you just have to be careful. So that's it. That's why I said the stirrer. So if you are working with big quantity, so you make use of your stirrer, or you make use of this spatula. If you don't have your stirrer, you can make use of this as alternative. And your hand glove, which is very important. You can see even while I was explaining, since I put on my hand glove, so which is very important. So you have to make use of it, so you won't mess up your space or your hand, most especially while dealing with fragrances. So it's very important to have your glove with you. And you have a table, cardboard or newspaper you can use to place on your table before you start doing your mixing or working with fragrance. It's very important. I should have even said that first thing before any introduction, but so it's still good I'm still saying it right now. It's needed to protect your table and make your working space neat. We have this hot gun, to melt your wax in case you want to put any decoration on it. So it's gun is very good, to melt the top of your wax, or to work on the holes in your candles. So and we still have class for that, which I'm going to show you how to work with that, to deal most really for containers candle. So we explain more on that. So we also have our digital scale. So this is the small digital scale, and I also have the bigger digital scale with me right here, which you can see. This is digital bigger scale I have, and this is the smaller one, the black one with me. So depending on what you are working with and the quantity of what you're working with, so here are what we have on the table. And now I'm talking about type of wax. We have the bee wax, which is the yellow one. We have also the soy candle wax, so which is the white one. Flicky wax. We have the hard wax, which is the strong one that we use for the pillar candle, in case I want to make all those pillar candle, normal candle for wedding. So it's the hard wax that they do use. So that's it. So they also have different type of wax, like paraffin wax and all of that. These are the small mold for candle making, so for different design depending on what you want to make. And this is another mode for candle making, for design, for dessert, or maybe coffee or whatever, chocolate. And you can also make, we have different type of mode for candle making, so it's your choice. And we also have this, very important, most especially when we are working on fragrances. So we need this test paper, so for our fragrances, which is very important, we really need it. So when we are working on fragrances, to know the fragrance, to mix our fragrance together, which we are still coming there also, test paper, which is very important during our fragrance mixture and all of that, to mix your a fragrance together and all. So we also have our double boiler, this pan here, right here. I use it for double boiler, which water will be inside the one under and my wax will be at the top, in case if you don't have the pitcher, you don't and your wax. So instead of using this particular pitcher, so just like using pots, a bowl and water underneath, so or you use the one under and this, so put your wax, then water will be on the fire, and you put your wax inside your pitcher and put it inside the water. So that is double boiler, which we have the bigger one and smaller one depending on which you get from your vendor, and you can also get the two. And you can also have use your own pot, like for double boiler. You don't have to have this particular one I have. And we also have this particular week, this is the smaller one. They have bigger ones also in the market, so depending on which you are getting from your vendor, so you can decide to buy the bigger one also if you are working on a bigger size of pillar candle. This is the color for your candle. They have different colors. They have green, blue, red, yellow, orange, purple. You can get anyone you want, brown, chocolate. So whatever color you want to create or you want to play with, you want to create as your for your design, you can get it also. And like I said, we have different kind of wax, paraffin wax that comes in block, which some pictures are already sent on the group. And then we have this soy wax candle, we have the bee wax candle and the hard wax, which the hard wax is the one we use for the pillar candle, not not for container candles. So, and it's burn free, like it's safer compared to the other wax that they use. I don't really use paraffin. So these are the other mode that I said earlier that we have, that you can also use this for wax melt candles. So which you can use it as a design on your candles, on your container candles. We'll also advise you start getting your own materials for your own practical, as we go deeper in the training. And also, we hope to see you in our next class. Like, comment, and kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Love you. Bye.